And item number 8?
68.
68. Is there a second to that?
Second.
Motion and a second to pull those two items. Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries. Moving on to item 1.
Madam Chair, I'll move item 1. Second.
Motion and a second to move item 1. Discussion?
Madam Chair, the reason that I'm going to vote against this is because we have spent a lot of money over the years on putting water out there for the open borders, and I spoke to the gentleman who was from Humane Borders last year after the meeting. He came and had a meeting with myself and another individual, and he admitted that these water containers get holes shot in them by the coyotes who are trafficking in humans and also smuggling drugs. They do it so that they keep the individuals dependent on them. In keeping these beacons out there, I think is a good idea. I would prefer to see phones so that the individuals can get the help and medical assistance they need versus having to depend on coyotes that are controlling them. So that is why I am objecting to this. Thank you.
Thank you. We did, and I was just handed. Dinah Bear, did you wish to address the board on this item?
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Dinah Bear. I currently chair Humane Borders, a faith-based nonprofit organization dedicated to saving lives in the desert. We are grateful for the opportunity to address the board to ask for the renewal of our contract for maintaining our system of water stations in the desert. As you know, our water stations are maintained under law. We abide by all federal, county, and city rules and regulations, and our stations on public lands are under federal permit. In the heat of this season, we're facing a special challenge this year with the children coming from Central America. We were alerted to the number of children crossing early this season by the Border Patrol, which is very concerned that children will wander away from the groups that they're in and become lost. They found, for example, we heard about a 7-year-old holding a baby out in the desert. We share a concern with the Border Patrol that we'll see a rise in the number of children's deaths. We're in the process of seeking approval for more stations near the border where the deaths are rising and in the West Desert area. We continue our work with the Pima County Medical Examiner on the open website that gives valuable information to the families of the missing as well as the public and to researchers. And Humane Borders is also joining the many local organizations that are working each evening at the Greyhound bus station. We're very much in need of the county's support to maintain the water stations. It is true, to answer Supervisor Miller's concerns, that we do get occasional vandalism. We don't get the stations regularly shot in any kind of way that they lose water, and fortunately this year we've had, so far, less vandalism than last year. Happy to answer any questions, and again, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Does anybody have questions? If not, thank you, Ms. Bear.
Madam Chair.
Supervisor Elias.
I just want to thank Dinah and the folks from Humane Borders for coming out today. I appreciate the work that they do, and I think there's a lot of misunderstandings about the work that you all do. But the truth is, this is cost-effective money that we spend at the county, preventing death, unnecessary death, and also preventing unnecessary expenditures by the county. Costs a little over $1,500 per person to provide an autopsy for each one of those folks who die out there in the harsh southern Arizona desert community. So, and if you look at the maps that have been produced from where folks are found dead, it's where there's not water bottles. So it becomes clear that this is an effective tool in preventing those deaths from happening out there in the desert. Is it troublesome? Is it difficult? Is it a federal problem that should be resolved by them? Yes, absolutely. But I don't think we should stand by, and I'm proud of the fact that Humane Borders does not stand by and watch human tragedy transpire in front of them. And all the other narratives that are out there, some of them are extremely callous and uncaring about the folks who suffer this fate. And that's a true tragedy in our society. And instead, Pima County stands on the right side of all of that and works hard to prevent people from passing in such an unfortunate political as well as economic situation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Bear. Are there any other discussion? If not, I'll call the question. Roll call.
Supervisor Carroll. Supervisor Diaz.
Aye.
Supervisor Miller.
No.
Supervisor Valadez.
Aye.
Chair Brunson.
Aye. Motion carries. And was it item 64?